Okay, so wanted to make a movie review for another William Friedkin movie, The Hunted, with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro from 2003, directed by Friedkin. Um, so, um, I guess I'll do non-spoilers first. I actually really liked it. I thought it was great. Um, Definitely better than Jade, I'd say. And I'm not sure if it's officially based on First Blood. I don't think it is. But you could definitely see it's inspired by First Blood. But the book. Uh, so Del Toro's great. Benicio del Toro. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not a massive fan of his. Especially like what he was doing in the Star Wars sequels and uh, whatever Rise of Skywalker or The Last Jedi. It's like that was just bizarre. This is just weird choices there, but those movies are really bad, so can't really blame him. But I thought his performance was just bad in those movies. But Tommy Lee Jones is great. Benicio del Toro, uh, Leslie Steph Stephenson. I think she's the head FBI agent. She's pretty good. Um, some great knife fights in the movie, mainly knives, because Del Toro pretty much just sticks to knives, and and Tommy Lee Jones says he doesn't like guns. So, but there's some great knife fights. Um, Basically, Del Toro is a ex agent or an ex. He's military, and it's not clear exactly, but he basically goes rogue and he kills a couple people. He says that they were sent to kill him. Did they say they were just hunters? Like, I don't know. They probably were sent to kill him, I think. And Tommy Lee Jones trained him when he was younger. Trained a bunch of people in the military. He's not military, but he's like a tracker and close quarter combat expert. So, and he's contacted to find Benicio del Toro. Um, Unfortunately, I think the movie flopped because it says its budget's 55 million and made 46 million worldwide. It's definitely a huge flop. Apparently, Tommy Lee Jones was paid almost $20 million for the role, his biggest payday at the time. Wow, it's almost half the budget. That's crazy. He is great in it though. So so yeah, I guess I'll go into spoilers now. So he kills these hunters, and um he says they're out to kill him, and he points out they have these really fancy scopes, and he's like, "What hunter would use that?" They probably were, because then once he is captured by Tommy Lee Jones, well, really the FBI captures him, but Tommy Lee Jones finds him in the woods after he kills the hunters. He like these military guys show up, and and they're like, he's coming with us, and then the FBI is like, no. But then I think he has an order from the president telling the FBI to step down. So they do, and gives him to the military, and then they try and kill him. Um, but he causes the bus to flip that he's in, and he kills them, and then he escapes. And then they're chasing him again. So there was already a pretty good fight scene between him and Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones. And then later in the movie, another pretty good one. There's one in a house too, I think, but there's a really good one at the very end. Where I was reading, apparently Del Toro broke his wrist. It's the last film role of Johnny Cash. He performed the opening and closing narration lines in the closing song. Tommy Lee Jones's character is based on the real life tracker and survival expert Tom Brown Jr., who is also a technical advisor on the movie. So, and but yeah, I mean, I really liked it. It's definitely First Blood similar, except I mean, spoilers, obviously. In the end, he is killed by Tommy Lee Jones in a knife fight. That's pretty brutal. Um, he has PTSD from I think the Bosnian War, and then he was sent to do another mission, and they said he went crazy and he was sent to kill someone, but he killed like a bunch of people, a bunch of innocent people and their family. He says that they had weapons, so it was like he's like it was a trap. You're trying to get rid of me. They say that isn't true, and they're like, well, that's the problem. You can't tell a friend from foe anymore. So who knows what to believe really. It leaves that open. Um, Throughout the film, both Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro wear custom made buffalo leather moccasins. Yeah. Those are kind of cool. Um, so the movie, it's got some good cinematography. And I wonder who shot the movie. It's got Caleb D. Chanel. Okay, so he shot The Patriot, The Passion of the Christ, the new Lion King, Being There, no, with Peter Sellers. Um, the Right Stuff. That's pretty well shot. So okay, he shot Killer Joe. That's Friedkin. The Hunted, and maybe that's it. That for Friedkin. The Natural. But yeah, there's some great scenes in the woods. Um, and then a good chase scene at the end. The film is associated with three Oscar winners: Tommy Lee Jones, Friedkin, and Del Toro. So I guess Friedkin was annoyed by Del Toro because Del Toro would often ply the director with questions about his characters, motives, and the backstory that Friedkin had no interest in. The only direction that Tommy Lee Jones needed, by contrast, was when and where to hit his marks. Mm. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's all in the script. Um, I guess it's kind of ambiguous what really happened, but he probably doesn't really want to get into it because it's like I don't know. Is he crazy or isn't he? Is he too gone or not? I mean, in the end, he is killed, but that's what happens in the book First Blood. So Tommy Lee Jones' character is based on the real life tracker and survival expert Tom Brown Jr. who was also a technical advisor on the movie. The martial art Bohum, is that his name? Tommy Lee Jones teaches Hallam, and which they employed against each other, is called Sayak Kali. Is a variation of Eskrima, a Filipino martial arts system dedicated to weapons. Sayak Kali deals exclusively with knives in extremely close quarter combat. Yeah, there's some great knife fights in this. I mean, it seems like Tommy Lee Jones went through some training, and Del Toro, or yeah, Del Toro. Um, and it is funny. One of the guys who's in the military team that goes and gets him from the FBI is in the Big Lebowski. So I thought that was pretty funny. What's his name? Um, I don't know. Let's see. I think his name was Van Sant. Maybe. But he's the guy that's in the Lebowski that's like, your name is Lebowski, Lebowski, and your wife is Bunny. And when they go to his apartment, Mark Pellegrino, but like the water. So he's only in it for a little bit, but I thought that was pretty funny. Um, it's one of my favorite movies too, is Big Lebowski. Um, but yeah, overall I really liked it. It's a good action movie, especially with knives. There's some great Del Toro being hunted by Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, he's hunted a lot. He's hunted people in The Fugitive, U.S. Marshals, this, and I was thinking about. I think there's another one where he's chasing someone. Basically, it's like he's just so good at it. Um, but yeah, I mean, the best parts of this movie are Del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones, and I'd say Friedkin's direction. Um, I mean, it's kind of like sad if it's the PTSD, and he just can't deal with it. You know, it's too bad. For veterans that are dealing with that, like I hope they get help. So, but it's a pretty simple movie. I mean, I think it's only like an hour and a half, or like an hour 35. So, trying to see who wrote the script. I don't know. One guy wrote Collateral Damage, or helped write it with Arnold. I'd say this is better. Oh, one of the guys helped write Rambo, 2008 movie. Okay. I wonder if Stallone's probably a fan of this movie then. I could see that. this is like an unofficial version of the book, whereas Rambo First Blood, I mean, is the book, but it's not as dark. I mean, he's not totally gone, and also it's not really his fault what happens in that movie. I mean, he just wanted to go get some food and then leave the town, but the guy wouldn't let him get his food, which is ridiculous. I mean, he wasn't bothering anyone, so but yeah, I really liked it. Well, he also helped maybe write well, the TV series of Time Cop. So I don't know, but I guess that's about it. I just kind of watching it because it's a Friedkin movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time. When I saw it way back then, I wasn't that impressed with it. But I don't know. Watching it now, I actually really liked it. So, but yeah, I guess that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that's it.